Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody's week is going good. I am I am having a week, but I am in full prep mode, finish everything up for a vendor event I have next Saturday, so I won't be doing sprints next Saturday. Um but it's just chaos. Chaos right now, but I hope you guys are having a good week, and I'm thankful that you're here and I appreciate you. But let me know what you're working on. So I am re-listening to A Court of Mist and Fury. I'm listening to the graphic audio. I haven't re-listened to Akamath. I have re-listened twice now to Akatar. I was trying to do a re-listen at the end of last year, but then I ended up only getting like one book in. So I've been having a hard time concentrating on audiobooks. Normally I can zone out, but I just have so much on my plate with this market coming up. So I'm like, why not re-listen to things I've already listened to? So that is what I'm doing, and it's definitely helping my mood. Definitely helping my mood. So, hi April. Thanks for being here. I like the sunshine emoji, that's cute. It's actually pretty chilly here. Our temps have dropped into like the 60s, and yesterday was 55, which 55 in the spring, so warm. 55 in the summer, so cold. um so yeah, that hasn't been that fun, but it's sunny out and nice. Besides that, like the wind, I actually didn't even really feel like wearing uh these overalls, but I have a pair of leggings on underneath them because I'm cold. I did have a flannel on, but then my sleeves were getting in everything. But so I'm re-listening to A Court of Mist and Fury. I just started it. I got I don't know, a quarter of the way into it, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna start from the beginning again." So, I'm enjoying it, and I am hoping now after this vendor event to do a ACOTAR-inspired product drop. It's gonna be probably very limited and just, like, a couple of things, like maybe a bookmark, a Stanley Topper, like, a couple tumblers or something like that, so we'll see. Um But I'll also, while I'm listening, be working on these snow globe tumblers. I haven't made snow globe tumblers in a long time, but now they have like I made them back when you had to drill the hole on the bottom, and then most of the ones that you can buy now that are meant for snow globe tumblers are glass. And I used to drink out of mason jars exclusively, but now I just like traveling to a market with glass, people potentially knocking over glass, shipping glass, all of that causes me anxiety. So, Counterculture DIY has these plastic snow globe tumblers that I've been dying to try. They've been sold out every time I wanted to get them. So, I got some to try out. So they're already pre-drilled. You don't have to worry about cracking your acrylic or getting the gunk on the inside. And then I also got from Two Moms Craft Shack pre-made solution. So I used to use baby oil, but then some people use glycerin. And now there's companies that already make it for you. And it's actually pretty affordable because I was like, hey, I will just make it myself. No, so I have their original, and then I got a little one of Fast because I don't think I'll like the Fast one as much. And then I got a little bit of Suspend too. I don't think I'll play around with these before my market. I really want to do more experimenting afterwards with things. Um, but yeah, I if you guys don't know, I have a lot of glitter to play with. I also have this whole box of clay pieces, and I think my favorite part about Um, these is I have so much shape glitter that I wanna try. Like, I have these stars, I have butterflies, I have Mickey heads. Um, the area I'm doing an event in is actually like the local school is the Patriots and it's red, white, and blue. And I'm like, perfect. 4th of July is coming up. I can use this like cute circle dot glitter called America. It's called America AF by Glitter Chimp. Um, yeah, and I have all these clay pieces. So I'm like, let's have fun with this. Let's do something I've been wanting to do for a while now. And I got glitter in there. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm sewing up some orders and cutting out book sleeves and some other bags to prep to sew this week. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Happy Saturday. I'm working on a crochet along that started on Wednesday. That's so fun. Oh, I love that. Um I'm so jealous. It's so hot here. Well, that's the other thing I am like high stress about is so it's an outdoor event and they want you to have either white or black canopies and my tent is blue. So I'm buying a new tent for this event, which I don't do a ton of outdoor events. I don't know why. I could do more. It's just that much more work, and then Matt can't help me in the summer, so then I'm stuck doing it with my mom, which is fine, we're capable, but it's just, like, one more thing to worry about, and now so originally they were saying it's gonna be, like, 84 on the day of my show, and that's a little bit on the warmer side, especially for this time of year, and now they dropped it into the 70s, and I'm like, "Awesome, perfect," but now it's gonna rain. So, it's like I can't win. My biggest thing is, like, I don't care if it rains, but we get hecka crazy wind in this area, and so I'm just stressing out about my tent blowing away, and I'm like, "I shoulda got an indoor booth," but then you have, like, significantly less space. The indoor booths were more expensive and smaller area. And so I just wanted to be able to make all the things and have lots of space, but I'm stressed. It's a week before my market. Hey, Hannah. Sick day for me. Yuck. I know you weren't feeling good last night on your sprints, but I'm finishing up my cozy mystery and doing some happy color. Aw, well, I'm glad you're finding ways to get through your sickness. That's not fun. I know I started losing my voice yesterday, but I don't feel sick. So it's probably this whacked out temperature change we've been having here. Yes, 55 in spring, fall, great. In the summer, no thank you. Yeah, it was just and I think the high was like 61, so it didn't even get that much warmer. And yeah, it's not that big of a deal until it's in the 80s, prior, and then you're freezing. So, oh, sorry, that's like my little incubator. It's really like a food dehydrator thing. So I'll like pour my resin into molds and then when it's done after 12 plus hours, I'll see, I'm having like a throat thing and I forgot a drink. Um Surrounded by tumblers. None of them have fluids in them. So I'll like demold my stuff and then I put them in like food dehydrator and it just helps like cure it faster. People put like their actual molds in there, but heating up your silicone molds aren't like that's not good. It really decreases the life of them. So I do it this way. I'll show you guys at our next break our the stuff that I've been pouring lately. That's, like, the other thing. I feel like everything I've been making lately has not been turning out, and that is so frustrating when you don't have time. It's like, "No, another tumbler isn't working out," and it's just yeah. So I've been in a funk, so trying to get out of it. Oh, also, if you guys don't know, which would actually really get me out of funk, no pressure, but I did one of those TikTok trends. I normally don't do TikTok trends, but there's one where it's like you ask your significant other for how many likes, follows, whatever for a certain item. And I asked Matt how many likes for a garden shed that I can change into a library. Because I don't know if you can tell, this is pretty full, and then I have, like, my TBR cart, and then I have this shelf, and then I have a whole stack of books. We have other bookshelves, I just like having all my stuff together, um, and I really could use more room in here for crafting, but this is what I have for now. So, I asked him for a garden shed that I can change into a library because, honestly, that's, like, big goals to one day. Big goals is to one day have a huge shed that has all of my crafting stuff, all of my books, and then, like, my garden right outside. Like, that is the big goal, which if that doesn't happen anytime soon, I'm okay with because we don't plan on living here forever. I mean, we'll be here probably another 5 to 10 years, but we would like to live a little bit more out in the country where we can have cows and I mean, whatever animals Matt will let me have. I would love to have chickens again. I can have chickens here, but you can't have cloved toed animals, so no hooves of any kind, as well. So, I got by with the chickens, but it was kind of hard because they would hop our fence and go into our neighbor's yard, and then they would, like, perch up in our neighbor's tree. Which was really funny, but and our neighbors thought it was great, but it's really embarrassing to be yelling at your chickens and trying to get them out of the neighbor's tree. So, I asked him if I could, like, get just, like, this little garden shed instead, which is still, like, a couple $1,000, but not, like, 10 plus $1,000 that my dream shed would cost. Just so, like, I have an area for my books, and, like, I'll probably still craft out there too. And he said 10,000 likes, which I thought that was ridiculously low. Because so many guys are like 100,000, and then, like, this celebrity needs to comment and blah, blah, blah. So when Matt was like 10K, I was like, "That's it?" He's like, "Yep." And then he got home and he's like, "Oh, how many likes do you have?" And I think at the time I had like 200, and he's like, "Oh." That's going faster than I thought, and I was like, "You didn't think I'd get 10,000?" And he's like, "No, I really didn't," and he's like, "But if it would make you happy, I think it'd be worth getting, but if you make 10,000 likes." So I'm up to over 500, still got 9,500 to go, and it's, losing steam. So if you have TikTok, I have it linked in my description if you wanna go and, like it. A lot of people are reposting it, which I really, really appreciate. Commenting. If you comment on TikTok more than 9 words, that helps the algorithm. TikTok makes it more complicated to get the algorithming. But yeah, so if you're bored and want to help a girl out, that would make me very happy. But I mean, I'm just gonna be stressed out until my market, regardless. Ooh, the red, white, and blue is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm nervous. I haven't made a snow globe in a hot minute, but really they're pretty easy to make, and I've been wanting to just mess around with it for a while now again. And once I got these cups and I got this solution, I'm like, "Yep, we're gonna do this." And I really have so many glitters and fun additives and stuff that honestly, I could probably do 1 glitter on a project a day for, like, 2 years, and that would honestly be a really fun series. It'd be really kinda stressful to do 1 a day for that long, but I think I need to start doing it because I have so much fun stuff, and I wanna show it all off. See if you can find a black or white top for your existing canopy. So we did look into it and they were like 65 bucks. And it's like, I can get a brand new tent and then resell the old one for about the same. So it's just stressful. I don't know why, like, just the canopy part is so expensive, but that's what it is. I will, without a doubt, own chicken and goats one day. I love that you owned them already. Yes, I don't know if you know this, Hannah. I used to manage dairy farms, like, and I grew up on a dairy farm. Actually, me not having farm animals has been really hard because my career right outside of college was cows. And it wasn't until 2020 that I got out of agriculture, and, like, I love it. I know I don't talk about it as much, but I just am not associated with it, um, and I miss it. I miss it so much. I would love to have a horse or 2. I don't know horse things. I grew up with cows. My grandpa had horses, but they're draft horses, so it's not like we were riding them. I did show in the fair, like the cart shows. I had a paint Belgium mix. So he was like smaller than a draft horse, but bigger than uh, your normal size horse. He was really pretty, but he liked to kick. So my grandpa got rid of him, but I loved him. Or no, my yeah, he did get rid of them. But my aunt had a Belgium horse my whole life. She has, draft horses. I love them. But I grew up, yeah, with all kinds of animals and agriculture. My first job was working at a petting zoo. So, it was good times. It was actually really good times. It sounds like heaven. I would consider actually growing flowers if I had space to do a similar shed. I mean, can you imagine? Like, I've already been working, which I dropped a garden vlog yesterday, which Beth, I know you saw because you left a comment. And we started that last year, and we just have this big open area right next to it. And I'm like, do you know what would look great here? A library garden shed. We have another like shed, but we need it for our lawnmower and everything. We have a really small garage, and then we have woodworking stuff in it. I mean, realistically, we would benefit from a whole like shed, like a pole barn, but it's kind of like how much do you invest in this house before we would move? Um, so it's like we play with that a lot. But I think like having this would be really cool. We could move all of my books out there. And then I could use this for more of like my tumblers and stuff. Cause right now you can see in the windows, I have boxes and up top, and I could always just use more room. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining. Good morning. I hope you're having a good Saturday. We've got this. I hope so. I don't know. I keep looking at TikTok, and it like so it tells you like your stuff, and it's like and it like nosedived. But I know that was because it was night and my target audience was probably sleeping, but it's hard. It's hard. Even though I have a lot of followers on TikTok, I got most of them during the pandemic. And then I wasn't very active on there the past year, 2 years. Like I was on there, but I wasn't on there because I was working a full-time creative job, and so it was hard to balance that. So now I'm trying to be on there more, and it's changed. It's changed so much. So I'm trying to find my people again and interact and build a community over there. So if you like TikTok and you're over there, I would love it if you followed me. Um, and we could chit chat about all the things. I'm trying to change it from like a crafty channel to a crafty garden, small business, bookish TikTok. Kind of like what I do on here. Um, so yeah. But with that, we will get started with our first sprint. And oop, we got one more. My husband and I are currently having a debate as to what we should or shouldn't do to this house since our youngest graduates this month, which it was keeping us in this house. Yeah, and that's such big decisions. I love where we live, but when it comes to the school, I'm not a fan. I My cousins have played in sports against the school that we live by, and the way the coaches coach and the way the sportsmanship is with the kids, I refuse. I understand being competitive, but when you're beating the snot out of another team and you're still being ridiculously aggressive and rude and mean, that to me defeats the whole point of sports for kids. Like, it's high school sports, people. Like, it's not that serious. Um, and academically, they're not the best. So, we would love to be able to move more north back where I grew up at, and it's more out in the country, and I don't know, I love it. Matt, it's really hard for him because right now, like, we're technically in a city. We are a very small city. I think we have less than 4,000 people, but we are a city. And so we have like the country and city aspects, and we're not that far away from like the big city. But if we moved where we want to in the future, we're like an hour, about 45 minutes, hour away, and that it is hard, especially because Matt grew up in the suburbs, so he loves the country and he loves all that, but the convenience of just being able to drive, 10, 20 minutes to get stuff, or even right now, I mean, we're only like 5 minutes from Walmart, which is super nice, so I get that, and I get, like, wanting to make your house your own, but also making it sellable. It's a lot of decisions. But and we wanna build a barn dominium, like, that's our goal. I really want a barn dominium, like, we would just pay someone to do, like, the foundation and the framing, and then Matt and I would DIY, like, the whole inside. That's our big dream goals, so probably not gonna happen anytime soon, but, keep dreaming, you never know. Okay, we'll get going on this first sprint. Let's just go to the top of the hour. I do have, the timer again. So we'll go to the top of the hour and it's 46 minutes. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay. I think I need to go get a drink because I have a tickle in my throat and I forgot to get one. So I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I completely forgot to get a drink. I started zoning out. Um, I made this so far, which so I've been rewatching a bunch of tutorials on how to do it, and literally everyone was like, "Oh, I don't put any solution in the bottom. I just put glitter right away." I should have stuck with my instincts and put the solution in right away because this circle glitter is like the perfect thickness that it's getting stuck, and it's just gonna be a pain in the butt to get it unstuck for the solution to go down there. But I'm just like tapping and trying to do all the tricks. I do have one of the like massage guns that's like it looks like a uh words it looks like the power tools, and like it vibrates back and forth. I have one of those, and I know people use that to like get the glitter to move and down and everything. I might have to get that out. I also have been getting the solution on my hands, which at first I'm like, oh, it doesn't really feel like anything. No. I'm feeling it now. So I keep washing my hands because I just don't want to get everything gross. I mean, I wash everything anyways, but just trying to keep it as clean as possible. But how did everybody do? Yeah, I am at the big part of the big event in the beginning of Akamath. I love it. I'm living for it. I know what happens, but I just like it's been a year since I've listened to this book or and like read it, so I'm enjoying it. Also, I guess so I started my next Tumblr too. So I have these butterflies that are all different colors. I think this glitter is from Michaels. And so there's pink, purple, green, like a red, but no like blue or orange or anything, but it's still kind of giving me Taylor Swift vibes. So I really kind of want to do like a Swifty cup with the butterflies, but then I don't know if I should do like a silver, like a holographic silver, so it has like a bunch of colors in it, or if I should do like just like mix my own that has like all of the Taylor Swift colors in it. I don't know. I don't know how I should do that. I'm kind of thinking silver so that these stick out, but and I mean like they're like a unicorn shift, so they kind of look white and blue and orange. Well, orange isn't one, but um So I don't know, like, are people gonna be super technical? Like, "Oh, yeah, there aren't all the glitter colors," but then I figured I'd put all the, like, emblem logos on the cup. Let me know your thoughts. Hey, Danny. 80% check and mate. Are you liking it? I've heard very mixed things on that book. Got 10 book sleeve linings cut out and pulled fabric for the other orders I needed to cut out. That's so exciting. Yes, I'm hoping on Monday, Tuesday this week to make my book sleeves. Um, it's time consuming to cut all that fabric and the foam and everything, but I'm glad you're getting stuff done. Read Serpent and the Wings of Night. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you, Wendy. That is like one book I can't stop thinking about. And I recently read the novella and I can't stop thinking about it. And I was really hoping last month to read Ashes on the Star Cursed King, and I didn't get to it. And I just have so many fantasies I want to read, and I can't focus on anything. I have the audio for Two Twisted Crowns right now, but I don't it's not that I'm not, like, enjoying the book, I'm only, like, 2 chapters in. I just, like, have so much on my mind, I can't focus, and I want to so bad. But I hope you're liking Serpent in the Wings of Night. I loved that one. Yes, I we need to know the things. I'm about halfway in liking it so far. Oh, good, good. I literally think about that book all the time. The Tumblr looks great. Yeah, I prefer starting with some solution in mind, not that I actually made more than one. I should have went with my gut. I feel like I've done this before where people are like, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine." No, it's not, because it's the perfect solution. I mean, so then everyone tells you to like degas your tumbler so you let it sit overnight and then eventually the solution works its way down and in between all of the glitter, but I didn't listen and I should have just gone with my gut, or I listened to other people, and there was one that did say this morning that they put a little bit of solution in theirs, and I was like, "Yeah, I should have." So, I guess worst case scenario, I can keep that one for myself. Eh, I hope I can get it unclogged. I started Air Awaken for the amazing readathon. I read 5 chapters. I am so bummed that I didn't hear about the amazing readathon until, like, right before I was about to get in, like, or start. Um, I okay, I don't like The Amazing Race. I don't okay, I shouldn't say I don't like it because I still watch it, or I've watched it the first couple seasons because I wanted to watch it in order. I watched all of Survivor in order. I don't know the newest seasons because I, like, will binge it all at once. But I watched all of Survivor, so then I started watching The Amazing Race. The Amazing Race is like my nightmare. I love traveling, but the actual traveling part is my anxiety. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I get so stressed about traveling and making sure I'm there on time, and are you there too much time or are you waiting too long? I literally hate that part. I never wanna be on The Amazing Race. But I think it's so cool at how many places they get to see, and, like, the opportunities they have and the fun stuff they get to do, like, that to me, I'm like, "That's amazing." But the whole essence of the game, I hate it. Like, I could not do it. I would be horrible, like, people would hate me because that is just I get so much anxiety. And then driving in other countries, oh my gosh, I could never, and I get passenger anxiety really, really bad. It just I get anxiety watching the show, but at the same time, like, I enjoy it because it's not actually happening to me. But when people are fighting and bickering, I mean, it's not fun to watch, but that would be me. because my anxiety would be through the roof and I would be trying not to have a panic attack. But that's really awesome. I hope, Bean, you like it. I wish I would have known about the readathon because I would love that. I mean, I knew about it, but I wouldn't be very good at participating with it right now because I can barely, I feel like, function right now. Didn't get much crocheting done, but I was also listening to Southern Storm and drinking coffee because I remembered that I have to do laundry and I don't want to. I feel that there is so much I haven't been wanting to do this week, and I'm like, we're just got to get it done. Just got to get it done. I heard the trick about doing things you don't want to do, which I mean, like laundry is just one of those things that happens all the time. It's so annoying. But I have heard, like, if you set yourself a timer for 15 minutes and then you just get it done. But coffee always helps. I could use iced coffee right now. Well, I don't know. You guys are like, "No, you can, like, simmer down a bit, Sam." I'm stressed, if you guys can't tell. I love that show. It changes a lot over the seasons. I need to get back into watching it. I don't watch TV now anymore, but I do love, like, I need to rewatch, Survivor, like, the newest seasons. They've changed a lot on Survivor too, and it I don't like, I always wanted to be on Survivor, but now I'm like, "No." Plus, also, I get migraines. There's no from being dehydrated, like, there's no way I could be on Survivor, but I like to think I could. Ah, I don't know, I also get hangry really easily. When I dig deep and really do some soul searching, I'm like, "I am not meant for these type of things." I would be the person that everybody hates because I know my capabilities and my triggers, and I just have too much anxiety, and I like my luxury things too much. Hi, Christina, reading My Heart is a Chainsaw today. Oh, that sounds, I don't know what genre is that because that just sounds like it could go so many ways. But in trying to make sure my son gets all his school stuff done, exams are next week. Yes. I know, my husband Matt was like, "Oh, isn't school done?" I'm like, "No," but his high school that he went to would get done in May. And I'm like, I don't know what school you went to because we weren't done until June." Coffee and hugs to like button. Yeah, I don't need more coffee. I want more coffee, but I'm gonna be more jittery than I already am. Okay, let's get going on our next sprint unless you guys have ideas. Maybe. Okay, I'll show you real quick. I also have these little strawberries that I want to do like the strawberry pink drink with. Okay, it is horror, thriller, mystery. I was like, I could see it being like a horror, but I'm also like cozy sometimes could like throw you for a loop or just like a dark romance. I could see that going a bunch of different ways. I do like horror, thriller, and mystery though. That sounds really good. I need to read, oh, what is it? The Southern, is it The Southern Belle's Guide to Slaying Vampires or whatever. I got that last year at a used bookstore that is in one of the neighboring towns, and I really wanted to read that because I heard it's like quirky, gory horror. Um that's kind of like what one did I read? Shoot. I read it for my friend's Patreon, Kendall Pages. I don't remember what it was now, but it was like a quirky horror. I loved it. It has pop references to slasher films. So, I don't know why. Slasher films I don't really enjoy. Matt does, but I feel like I like slasher books. Sometimes I don't understand why I like certain things and why I don't like the same thing, but a different media content. I don't know. I've noticed that too, with cozy fantasies. I I like them, but they just don't stick with me. But then give me a cozy fantasy movie? I love it. I love it. Like, I don't get it how, like, I like some books and some movies, but I don't like them both sometimes. Yes, Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, that's what it is one of my faves. Grady Hendrix does quirky horror, and I love it. Yeah, and I don't think I've read any Grady Hendrix yet, and I bought that one because Kendall talked about it last year, and it was at this used bookstore. And honestly, I was looking at all of these titles and it was either I own the book or I've never heard of the book. And so it was a weird feeling, but I saw that one. I'm like, Kendall just talked about this, and I love a good, like, quirky horror. I don't know why, but I do. So I need to read that this summer. I need to pull it out so I remember and put it on my TBR cart. I am dangerous in used bookstores. I will spend twice as much as I would in a regular bookstores because it's cheaper. Yeah, it's girl math, book math. That's how math works. That's that's okay. I was just thinking how I haven't been to that bookstore in a while because it's the town over and then across the bridge, and then half the bridges now are toll bridges, so it's not as easy to get there. Um, but I've been thinking because they also buy used books, and I have a couple books that I've been wanting to sell. So I was like, also girl math, if I sell books and I get money for them to buy more books, it was free. Free. So I've been wanting to do that. But okay, I'm gonna get back. Oh, I was gonna show you guys. Holy moly, I am just my brain. So I also have like the strawberries. I want to do like a strawberry smoothie drink. I have these fruit slices, which if you guys can't tell, I'm really in my like fruit slice era. I don't know why. I've been drawing them like crazy. And the only thing I don't like is I don't like limes, lemons, and oranges together. I don't know why. This color palette isn't my thing. So I was thinking about making an orange, making a lemon, and making a lime one. I might not do all three, or do you think I should keep them all mixed? I don't know, but I really wanted to do at least one of them because I thought they were cute, and then I planned on doing whatever I pick vinyl because I've made a bunch of files for myself. So there's that one. I also have like their little Ariel inspired seashells, which I thought would be cute for a mermaid cup because summer, perfect time. I also have like these little flower ones, or I also have these cactus and flower ones, which I thought about doing a little cowgirl one, like or westerny inspired one with this because I think that'd be really cute. So the math checks out. It does. That's how math works. It totally makes sense. I like the mix, but I think separate would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Cuz like I just feel like it's a lot going on, or just to have like two, like lemons and limes and then the orange be separate or something like that. Because one of my friends hates lemon decor but uses lime in her decor. That's funny. So she wouldn't like the lemon and lime combo. Yeah, I think I just need to separate them. But I like them and I want to do one. So, okay, if I can only do one, which color or which fruit do I do? Do I do oranges, lemons, or limes? I like them all. I like limes with my margaritas. I like lemonade. I like orange juice. I like screwdrivers. Lemons. Okay, we'll sit on that one. I also have flags, which I thought about putting it in the USA one, but I thought that would be a bit much. I might do another one. We'll see. It does take quite a bit of glitter, like a whole medicine cup of glitter, which is a lot compared to like glittering the outside of a tumbler. I feel like they're more popular. Yeah, I feel like lemons are naturally, I've done everything in oranges. I would do lemons and lime together and orange separate. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Oranges, oh, see, we're all divided. I just don't wanna do, like, 3 separate ones and then they not sell. Because since these are a new product, I don't know how much people are gonna like them, but theoretically, I would be able to make them the night after, because it's a 2-day event too. So, theoretically, I could make another one before. It would be a lot of work. I highly doubt I would do that, but I could make one the night of and then go back. Um, I also have, these glittering stars, which also might be cute with the butterflies, for Taylor Swift Eras Tour, but also I would plan on doing a Valaris one with these stars. I can't wait. I think that will be so pretty. I have this vision in my head and I wanna do it right now. But part of me is like, just wait till my event. But I don't know. I feel like so many people read ACOTAR now, they would totally get the Valaris reference. And then if it doesn't sell, I can just save it for maybe I'll do that. I'm like very committed to this one right now. So maybe I'll do that, do a Valaris one. If it doesn't sell, I'll save it for my ACOTAR launch. Oh, I think Matt's back home. I just heard him. The flags would work for some people, but I agree with you. I think it's too much. Yeah, for that cup, like there's a lot going on here with the colors. I feel like if I just picked like a white glitter or a blue glitter, like I picked one color and then did the flags, I think it would be a lot better. Um, but with that glitter, that's a lot. I don't know. Some people are really patriotic and they like that vibe. Um, I did decide to add graphics to these ones because they weren't selling. So I hand painted these to look like the Taylor Swift Lover vibe, and then I did in my lover or in my self love era with some unicorn vinyl behind it. And actually, I really like it. It's kind of trippy, but I'm here for it. Um, so I did it for this one too. So I'm gonna finish those up this weekend. So okay, so much rambling. Made it now. The event. Make it now. The event is close enough. Ooh, I love that. Thanks. I know. It was just a design on Cricut Design Space. I wish I would have had time to design my own, but I like the offset and the unicorn vinyl. Just looks so cool. And it's all matte right now, but it'll be glittery. So I think it'll look cute together. I love those. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do my Valaris tumbler while I'm listening to Akamath. I think it'll be perfect. Honestly, I'm listening to the book right now. This is the best time to make it. So let's start sprinting again. Totally sorry. My math was so wrong the last time. So let's meet at like the top of the hour again. So about 35 minutes. I don't know where my math was not mathing. I can do book math and girl math, but I can't do time math today. But let's meet at like top of the hour about 35 minutes. Welcome back. That went by really quick. I started eating because I was hungry, and then I checked in on Matt because he got home. I have solution all over. And then Matt made me food. So I only got this far on the Valaris cup. So I don't know if I need to add more glitter. I used 4 different glitters because I don't know. When I think of Valaris, I think of like a night sky, like so navies and like dark purpley blues. So like this is like a purple blue that I use. And then this one is like a little bit brighter. But then I used some navy. I don't have a ton of navy chunky glitter. But I thought that was pretty. And then I used my stars. So yeah, I think I need a little bit more glitter. But it was harder to know because I already put the solution in and then it started settling, which this like settles really slow. I really like it compared to this one. So yeah, coming along. So anyways, it was kind of perfect because I got to the Valaris part in my book. So that made me happy. Also, Matt is re-listening to Fourth Wing right now, which makes me happy. I plan on once I'm done, honestly, I plan on like re-listening to all of ACOTAR. Maybe it depends on how many holds I have, but then like come July, I need to re-listen to both Fourth Wing and Iron Flame because I have my Dragon Gauntlet vendor event in August. So then I'm going to be all Fourth Wing stuff. I already bought some Fourth Wing fabric for some book sleeves and maybe like key fobs and lanyards. I don't know. We're going to see. I'm just going to like make all the things. So sorry if you can hear my air filter. So I had my window open because I've been resining in here a lot, but I always have my air filter going. But I haven't resined in 24 hours. And then I opened my window so that I could, vent it out. And then one of my neighbors must be burning and having a bonfire or something. And so my whole room started smelling like smoke. So I needed to turn my air purifier on so that it didn't stink in here because smoke is one of my triggers for migraines. Hi, Keisha. Popping in for a bit to read The Beauty of Darkness, Book 3 in the Remnant Chronicles. That sounds really pretty. Like it sounds like just a really compelling and gorgeous book. Good morning, afternoon. Yeah. Thanks for joining. Ooh, the Valaris one is going to be so awesome. It just made me want to cry when he's like, welcome to Valaris. And it was right when I was like working on it. Yeah, so there are like some silver stars in there. And then I'll do decals on the outside too when it's all done. I didn't know how like bright I wanted to make it or like how dark. So I'm liking it so far. I think it's a good variety. Ooh, pretty. I love the glitter colors. Very Valaris. Yeah, and I double checked. I'm like, Matt, what do you think? Because he doesn't see all the crafts and stuff like I do. So I'm like, what do you think Valaris colors should be? And he's like, navy blue, some blues, maybe like dark purples, silver stars. He's like, maybe gold. And I'm like, okay, we're pretty close on the same spectrum of things. I mean, it's the night court, so anything night-ish. What else was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of Matt and ACOTAR, he finished the whole series. He's finally finished the whole series. Last week he did. I really want to do like an interview with him, whether it's just like a recorded one or a live, but just to ask him like who's his favorite Bat Boy, who's what was his favorite book, like rank the books. Like I don't know. I think it'd be fun. He said he would do it. We have to come up with a time. And I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I would like to do it as a live, but I also want to get through like certain questions and it not take forever. So maybe I'll pre-record some stuff and then do a live with him, because y'all loved him with the Iron Flame discussion when we talked about that. He has big opinions and he's not afraid to say them. So I think that'd be really fun. Thank you, Beverly. Oh, that's pretty. I got a load of laundry in. Yay! Didn't get any further with crochet though, so boo. That's a bummer. I can clean my whole house or I can craft and like work. I struggle with doing one or the other. It's all or nothing with me. I ate, made a grocery list, read 3 chapters. That was a productive sprint. That wasn't even it was only like 35 minutes. That was a good sprint for you, Laura. I made tea. Ooh, what kind of tea? I want to start drinking more tea, but I just don't know what I would like. And like really, like don't get me wrong, I get like tea packets, but I know like I don't know. I'm really into the let's make drinks fancier phase because I get so sick of drinking the same thing over and over again, but I need some kind of additive to my water, which I drink Liquid IV, but you're only supposed to drink 1 a day. So once I'm at my 1, it's like, okay, what else am I going to drink? And I get like drink packets and stuff, but sometimes they give me headaches and then people say they're bad for you. So I'm like, maybe I need to drink more tea. And then there's so many different kinds of tea and like you can add milk and sugar and like I just want to learn more. I just have no idea where to start. But anyways, you made tea, checked on my propagation plants, and read a chapter of my book. Oh yeah, Wendy got a bunch of new plants for like house plants, and I love it. My house plants are huge. I need to repot them. I have lots of ideas of like the containers I want to store them in and like DIYing some and like I've had them for a long time, so I want to like switch them up, do some fun things with. Until this event is done, I can mentally not focus on anything else. Matt approved Valaris colors. Yes. That'd be so fun to hear Matt's opinions. Yeah, everybody loves like the hubby's reaction and stuff. I think it's because it's just we like hearing like the opposite sex opinion on things, but also a lot of the guys like don't hold back. Us, like in the bookish world, we know so many people's opinions and you don't ever want to hurt anybody or make them feel bad about anything. And Matt is the kind of person that he does not care. He's an Enneagram 8. If you guys know anything about the Enneagrams. So he's not afraid to speak his mind and to be blunt and to stand by it and protect his ideas and thoughts on things. So sometimes I'm just like, oh no, you did not just say that. It's Earl Grey de la Creme tea. I heard Earl Grey is like the kind to get. So many people have like sent me stuff and then I just get overwhelmed because I'm like, am I doing this right? I need like a YouTube video of like, order this, do this, and prepare it this way. And then this is what you get. I had some French vanilla creamer and it's so yummy. Okay. With creamers, what do you guys like? I love my French vanilla and every now and then I like to mix it up. Matt loves hazelnut. And for whatever reason, it's not my favorite. I would rather, like 90% of the time, have my French vanilla creamer with my coffee. But see, I would never even think about adding French vanilla creamer to tea. And that's why I'm like, I'm just like, oh, you just stick it in boiling water. But really, it could be so much more than that. I've gotten some new plants. I'm a little obsessed. I'm propagating a ton right now. Yeah, I propagated well, I'm always propagating some, but like my pothos, however you say it, I propagated that like a year ago, and now all of them are huge, and we don't have um very many windows that get enough sun, so I'm really limited on where I can put them. So I haven't propagated in a while, but I kid you not, I have a vine that is probably 6 or 7 feet long. And I literally have it like so it's hanging, and then I have it going up to the ceiling, and then it's coming almost all the way down the wall. Honestly, it's probably close to 8 feet, if not longer. And we have corner windows in the room that it's in, so, like, it's not like I can have it go all over the room because only really the corner gets light. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it keeps growing. I can go back and forth, especially with knitting and crochet, but I do prefer to do one and stick with it. Yeah, um, I growing up, I used to knit like crazy, and then I could crochet chains, but trying to get into doing rows, I didn't do as much, but then I learned how to do that, and I've made a couple things, but honestly, both knitting and crocheting takes more counting, and I have not mastered the, like, being able to zone out, like, so I can't listen to anything or, like, I can't listen to an audiobook. If I watch, like, a movie or show, it has to be something I haven't seen before, and I can't even multitask while I knit or crochet. So the people that can, y'all have superpowers because I don't. I can't do it. I love black tea. English breakfast tea with milk and sugar is my go-to. See, and I feel like I would love that, especially if I get my library shed and I can have tea out in the garden outside my little library shed. Like, come on. Oh, I need it to happen. Which, okay, I guess I'll look it up right now what I'm currently at. Oops. Oops. Okay, here we go. I am at 527 likes. So yeah, it's really stalling. I see a bunch of you guys commented. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you can see that drop. That's currently where I'm at. So that could pick back up and peak like it did last night. But I know so many people are doing the trend and then it gets saturated and then people start scrolling. So I get it, but 10K, come on, that's all I need. I chatted a bit, fed the younger one, and read a little bit. Well, that was good. Hey, Amy Marie, hopping on and hoping this helps me stay focused on editing a video for today. Oh, yeah. I don't know where I was like, I can do 2 YouTube videos and a live, especially 2 weeks before my vendor event. Well, like this was the week before, and then next week's the week of. And I decided that I'm going to do that now. So I hope you guys are enjoying content because there's a lot, but I know you can do it. You can get through it. It'll be worth it to get another video edited. Have you ever gone to a tea place and done an afternoon tea? I have not. That sounds amazing. I would love to. But see, I also need like friends to do that stuff with. Matt might not go. I guess I could ask my mom. I just feel like that'd be fun, like a fun girls' day to do. Try the Bridgerton berries and cream. The creamer, oh my gosh. So the only one I saw at our Walmart was the toffee one, which sounds really good, but I have to be careful. Like, I don't know why, like toffee and like, I don't know if it's like the hazelnut or chocolate, all of that in the morning, I have to be careful, even though I can eat it during the day or whatever. In the morning, I'm very prone at getting migraines with that kind of stuff. So if they had the berries and cream, I would love that. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I use coffee cake flavored oat milk creamer. See? That's would it taste okay, like, I've had coffee cake, but does it taste different? I know coffee, like, cake tastes not, like, straight up like coffee, but to me, that's funny. I don't know why. I'm not a tea drinker, but I love doing an afternoon tea sometimes. My favorite tea is chai with milk. Yeah, see, I feel like I have drank a bunch of tea and then or like I make tea and then I don't add anything to it, and that's probably why I'm like, it's okay. But I feel like I'm not there's so many teas out there and I'm getting like the very minimal like American this is what like a typical American thinks tea is, like my Lipton tea. I got 2 new fake plants from Goodwill. Fake plants are more my speed. One is this bright summery bunch in a basket. The other is in a beautiful bronze vase with purple flowers. So I totally get that. What I saw someone else do, it wasn't like it was a shelf, but it wasn't a bookshelf. And they put a bunch of like fake flowers and plants along it. And I would really love to do that in here. My only problem is like then dust kind of collects on them. Uh, and then I have dust on my creations and stuff, but I really kind of want to just try it and see because I don't really get a ton of dust in here like I do my other rooms. But I feel you on the fake plants. I do have some fake plants, but not any like big ones. Like I have like a little baby succulent by our kitchen window, and it's really funny because my friend got them for her wedding, and she thought they were real. So she was watering them, but they're all fake. Which just goes to show you how far fake plants have come. I also used fake flowers in my wedding. Not like I had real flowers, but in the barn, we had whatever I could find. Like I found old chicken feeders, old oil cans, like all these antiques because I got married in a barn. And we did a mixture of real flowers and fake flowers because I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. It was 2020, so things were hard to get, and we had to cut back on a lot. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of like faux flowers and mix it in. And some of the faux flowers I had was actually like the same plants as ones I grew. And it was crazy. You could not tell the difference between some of the fake ones and the real ones. And in pictures, no one knows the difference, which it was really cool because then now I've actually reused a lot of the uh, fake flowers for different craft projects. And then I'm like, it was in my wedding. It was extra special and they didn't die. Amy, I'm with you. I'm so much better with fake plants. Hey, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. And it's okay. I have killed many plants and I have a green thumb. So sometimes you just got to keep trying. Pothos don't need direct light. We have one too. Her name is Betty, and one vines is almost 20 feet long. That's wild. So I didn't know that they didn't need, well, it's not like she really gets direct sunlight because I have a corner window at the northeast side of my house. So it gets very little light. We don't have any south facing windows. That's where our garage is. And that's where I also am like, if I had a garden or if I had a library shed, I could also put plants out there. Maybe depending on if we heat it, all that kind of stuff. But 20 feet is crazy. My tattoo artist, the girl who's done all but one of my tattoos, they own the tattoo parlor, and her front room is like all windows. It's like the lobby is all windows, and she has one Pothos. I've heard people say them so many ways. She has one in a pot, and then around the entire room, like it just vines off, and it's crazy. It's so cool. I definitely loved it, and I was like, I could just stay here all day. Coffee cake flavored. I've never seen such a thing. Yeah, doesn't that kind of seem counterintuitive? Like, but I mean, I bet it's good. I like Rebus hot and white tea, or hot and white tea cold. Earl Grey is fine, but not my favorite. I don't like creamers or milk in my tea, just honey or sugar. See, I wouldn't even know like to put honey. I used to just drink honey, like warm honey water when I didn't want to drink coffee anymore. I actually never drank coffee until I did my study abroad, and it was either you drank coffee or nothing. And I needed to drink something. So then I started drinking coffee, and Matt drinks coffee, but neither of my parents growing up drank coffee, which looking back at it now, it's like, that's so wild. I do have friends who don't drink coffee, but like their parents do. I find that so weird that both of my parents didn't drink coffee. Matt's mom drinks coffee by the gallon. Like, I swear she just like has an IV going to her. I just received a Pothos from Walmart. They had so many dying clearance because they were sopping wet and getting root rot. I cut off all the dead and removed the soil and rotten roots. Look at you rescuing all those little babies. Repotted, and she's beautiful. You are doing the Lord's work right there, saving all of the plants. Our Walmart has a ton of orchids, and I know that a lot of the orchids tend to get root rot, and I want one. A library shed sounds so fun. Yes. So if you miss my little spiel, I won't take that long. Oh, I shouldn't say that. So I did a TikTok trend where I asked my husband how many likes in order to get something, and he said 10,000 likes for me to get my library garden shed. So it's technically a garden shed, but then I would make it into an outdoor library. So I'm currently at 520 some likes. So if you have TikTok, I have my TikTok linked. If you go like it, comment, share it to help my algorithm. I know you guys are like bound and determined for me to get it. TikTok does not like me right now. So there's like, you can do an account like health check, and it keeps saying that one of my videos from when I did my spring craft series, it's saying one of my videos is stolen content. And I'm like, how is it stolen content when I literally made up the series and made a one-of-a-kind thing? And I don't have any music with it. So it's like just me and a voiceover. And so it keeps flagging that video. And so I appealed it. And they said no, that like I'm stealing someone's intellectual properties. And I'm like, but I'm not. Like, so I don't know if I just need to take the video down, but then I feel bad because I didn't do nearly as many crafts in that series as I was hoping to. So then like the series doesn't have as much. But anyways, so I'm in TikTok shadow banned, and I've been there before then. TikTok doesn't like me, and I'm really trying to break out of the mold, but it is just not going right now. I drive my mom nuts because I am one of those people who can knit or crochet while watching TV and or listening to audiobooks. My ADHD multitasking is strong. If I have to count, I can't do it. Now, or like if I'm measuring stuff like the size of a decal, all that, can't do it. If I'm weeding, blinging, doing stuff like this, not a problem. But I struggle. Where is it at? YouTube, Instagram? I missed something. TikTok. It's on TikTok, sorry. It's a TikTok trend that people are like, oh, how many likes for us to go to this concert? How many likes for us to get engaged? Like, I don't know. I like mine. I am loving all the content. Thank you. Ma'am, we could go get tea together. I know we really don't live that far apart. It would just require me to plan ahead, and I am really bad at that right now too. Like I was like, oh, I got all the time in the world for this event, and guess what? Guess what? Guess what I'm doing right now? Working on stuff for this event. And then I just feel like I overbook myself. But like, where could we go get tea? Do you know a tea place? And then I just need you to know that I get a lot of anxiety going to new places for the first time. Matt teases me because he's like, that's not normal. I'm like, oh, well, it's normal to me. I've given up at this point. I killed a cactus once. Pretty they stay fresh and just need the occasional dusting. Yeah, and someone said that they like, oh shoot, now I'm forgetting everything on how they clean. Or did I see a TikTok? I don't know where it came from on how people clean their fake plants. I think they just do like a deep soak in the tub. I'm having like a who said that? I just had this conversation. Did we talk about this on a sprint? Was it Maddie on Maddie's sprint? I don't know. Now my brain is like, who knows? It's cinnamony. Oh, that makes sense. I will be honest. I struggle with cinnamon drinks now because of a very popular cinnamon drink that did not fare well for me. Back in my younger days, I've gotten better. Like I get cinnamon food, fine. Cinnamon in drinks, I do struggle with. I literally put a tea bag in a mug of water and microwave it, add creamer, and it's yummy. It's like comfort food, but tea. Okay, see, I do all that. But well, okay, I put the water in the microwave and then the tea bag in. Whether that was your order or not, but I don't add creamer. I know people do add milk, so I don't know why a flavored creamer just escaped my mind, but you could get a tea kettle though. I use my coffee pot sometimes. I know I need to. My fear is we have very hard and like calcium water, and I just feel like trying to clean out a coffee pot or oh yeah, I forget people use their coffee pots to just heat up water too. Matt did that one time. It still tasted a little bit like coffee, but like I forget. Isn't it weird how like sometimes we just overlook some of the simplest things? But I did want to get a tea kettle. It reminds me of my papa. My papa always like would have I don't think they had a coffee maker. I think he always did it with the tea kettle and like made his coffee that way. Yep, I just killed a cactus that my friend gave me and was like, you won't be able to kill this. Okay, so I have 2 saguaro cactuses that I grew from seeds, and they actually take more water when they're little than what you think. I just water all my plants like once a week, and that's it. And so like every Sunday, I know I have to water my plants. And as long as you stick to that, most of the time, all your plants are fine. As long as they have good drainage. If they don't have good drainage, then you could have more issues. I have killed mint, mind you, not actually bad at gardening, but even the hardiest of plants can be killed. Yeah, and it just so much depends on its container, how much you water it, how much sunlight, like all of that. And then just different stages of the year. Like, so I have a plumeria plant that was a cutting that I got when I was in Hawaii for our honeymoon. And in the winter, all the leaves fall off. And so then it's literally just a stick in a pot and it looks horrible. terrible. And I thought I was killing it, but come to find out it's a seasonal thing and it's fine. And now it's growing leaves like crazy. And I'm really hoping, because it's been a couple years now, that I'll actually have plumeria flowers. Because they say they're one of the most fragrant flowers. But you just never know. I've killed succulents, I've killed other cuttings, pothos, all of that stuff. That's me too, April. I give plant gifts to my mom now so they have a chance to thrive. I love coffee. My dad would give me coffee in a sippy cup when I was little. Girl, I don't think that was healthy. Don't most parents, hopefully it was decaf. I was going to say, don't most parents want to like avoid giving their kids any type of caffeine? I loved the smell of coffee. Like my babysitter at daycare, she would drink coffee. Love the smell. She let us sip it. It was disgusting. I did not like it. Sorry if you guys don't like gagging. I know some people are tripped up really easily. We did that with a peace lily. Wendy named him Chris, and he flourished and ends up having like 5 blooms at a time. That's awesome. I love, okay, I also name my plants. So I'm thankful you guys too. My pothos, I haven't named, but my string of pearls is Minnie, because Minnie Mouse has like polka dots. And so, like, you know, the pearls remind me of dots. I have Crush, who is my string of turtles. Then I have Alice for my string of hearts, all Disney themed if you haven't known. Then I have I think it's a Norwegian fir, and I named him Douglas, because then everyone's like, oh, is it a Douglas fir? And I'm like, oh, it's not a Douglas fir. And Matt will be like, oh, did you water? Oop, I hope I didn't freeze. But Matt will be like, did you water Douglas? I love that. It says one of my videos is unoriginal. Like, what the heck? It's one of my Tumblrs. Yeah, that's what mine was saying too. Or it's like stolen content, unoriginal content. And I'm like, it's a Springcraft series that I started. I started the series called Springcraft series. So how is it unoriginal? Like, I don't get it. Just liked it. Oh, thank you so much, Amy Marie. I hope I get it. I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up. I told Matt he needs to start saving regardless, just in case. And he's like, if it makes you happy, we'll get it. But I don't know. I really shouldn't. But if I can get it on TikTok and then make content off of it, heck yeah, I'm going to do it. That's AI. It's not as smart as some people like to think. Oh, yeah. You know what like some things, are you talking about like some things you just overlook? But yeah, I can see that. My niece had to do a paper for her doctorate. Her advisor ran it through AI program and it said she copied her paper. Oh, you're saying like on TikTok where they're like saying it is? She did not. It was all written by her. AI is stupid. Yeah, I get like I see the perks of it, but it scares me for like artists and writers and all that kind of stuff. It's one thing if you create the AI to help you like do certain like CGI in movies and like you are the one to use that specific AI because AI is stealing from something somewhere. The annoying thing is that I appealed it and it still is saying like no. And it's like out of all the things that are on TikTok that are stolen, this is what you're gonna pick? And it's my like literally, it was on this craft. This. Like, yes, people have done something similar, but it's not like I don't know. Like it was different enough and all of that. But yeah, I mean, they put it through their little AI system and it tells you it's not okay. I'll get on my backup account and my husband's to give you your likes. You need that library shed. Thanks. I know, my friend Ivy commented on there. She's like, "I wish I had more accounts. I would like them on all of them." And I was like, "Hey, if you guys have more accounts and you want to, I appreciate it. If you, like, don't wanna do it, you don't have to." I get anxiety too. There used to be the Holly Hotel, but it burned down. Some place I'm sure there's a place somewhere, maybe Frankenmuth or Bay City. I would feel like Frankenmuth would. I mean, so Bay City, I don't I don't know. However, if we go to Bay City, we can go to the used bookstore that I was talking about early because that's where it is in Bay City. I feel like Frankenmuth would though. Frankenmuth is hoity-toity. Maddie said it on a sprint. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I swear I just had this conversation with somebody, and I was like, I felt like it was Maddie. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. On I was on it, but short-term memory loss. There's a tea place on Mackinac Island that would be amazing. A bit expensive, I'm sure. Hey, let's just go all out. Let's just go to Mackinac Island and have ourselves some tea. I haven't been to Mackinac Island. This is sad. As a Michigander, I've only ever been to Mackinac Island once, and it was for my 7th grade school trip. We did not go on, like, we did not go to anything other than our cabin growing up. Which, don't get me wrong, like, we went up to the UP, we went to the Porcupine Mountains and, like, that stuff there. Otherwise, we did not go really anywhere. Highly recommend electric kettles. They are very versatile and great for tea, plus you can get the pretty teapots to steep tea in. Ooh, now I'm gonna go down another rabbit hole of things I probably don't need, but now I'm gonna want. Coffee can actually calm some people down, like people with ADHD. I find okay, this is gonna sound really bad. I have found alcohol calms me down, which that's a very dangerous thing to play, like, you know what I mean? But since it's a downer, it typically, like, actually mellows me out to where I can concentrate. Um, I would prefer if it didn't. I would prefer caffeine did. But that caffeine with me just makes my anxiety a lot. Now, yeah, I mean, if I have too much, it makes it worse. But I need it every day. I'm trying to come up with a name for my variegated string of hearts. Ooh. So I instantly went to Alice because the Queen of Hearts is from Alice in Wonderland. I wonder if you could do like some other type of Alice inspired thing. Cause it just sounds so whimsy. I feel we read enough fantasies and watch enough like Disney movies and like epic movies. I feel like we can come up with a name for it. I'm gonna say her. I just think hearts and her. Wow, this is a long chatty sprint. I have the terrapin turtle plant too. We named it Jerry. I love that. Yeah, our string of turtles is Crush because Crush is Matt's favorite character. Finding Nemo is like one of his childhood and probably close to his all-time favorite. So if I ever got another one, I'd probably name it Squirt or like some other thing. I really want to get a string of dolphins. And then I would probably name a string of dolphins Adela because we got to meet and pet a dolphin in Hawaii and her name was Adela. And so I love Adela. But I love that everybody has names. I have ADHD, so coffee actually calms me and helps me focus. It does not. With Matt and I, it just like riles us up. But alcohol, that'll that calms me down. I do. I have like I'll drink like a margarita or a glass of wine and then I get so much done. helps you sleep. See, I sometimes I wonder if it's because, like, I did not drink caffeine. Like, we didn't have really any pop or anything in our house, so I didn't even start drinking caffeine until late college years. So now I wonder, I'm actually trying to, like, drink more decaf coffee because I sometimes I feel like me and caffeine just don't work out. It used to give me migraines too. I feel like Frankenmuth would have one. I feel like they would too. That just seems something right up Frankenmuth's alley. Weird because crafts get duplicated all the time, and even when two people do the same craft, they still look different. Exactly. But I don't know, they flagged it, and now I'm like, do I really just take this video off to, like, better my account health? I mean, I have dang near 50,000 followers, but I'm lucky if I get 30 likes on a given video. It's frustrating. There are 2 tea houses in Ferndale and 1 in Roseville. Are those places close to you guys? So, Wendy is in Flint, and I don't like saying where. I'm in the Thumb, just because you never know who's on the internet. So we're, like, an hour, hour and a half away from each other. So Bay City, Saginaw, uh, Frankenmuth, those are all kind of like in between us. I mean, none of those would be like super out of the way. Most things in Michigan are all pretty close. Oh, we took our youngest to Frankenmuth once and stopped at Bronner's when he got inside. He said, "Look, it's the North Pole." That's so cute. Yeah, so if you guys aren't aware, Bronner's is the largest Christmas store in North America or the US. I'm not sure on the details. I should know. I only live like 25 minutes away from Frankenmuth. Um, but they're open every single day except for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and I think Easter. There's only like those 3 days that they're closed. And you need a map when you're in there because it just keeps going and going and going and going. And they have Christmas trees, Christmas lights, villages, uh, ornaments. They customize ornaments. It's so cool. Actually, I got this tattoo on my 30th birthday, and we went to Bronner's afterwards because we're like, why not? And then I got an ornament that says I heart tattoos. So we went there for my 30th birthday and it was really fun. I love Bronner's, so my birthday's in October and they actually have a ton of the Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween villages, which is really cool too. And they do have like other seasonal stuff, but it is mostly a Christmas store. Which, April, you need to come visit me because she's like the Christmas queen, and I know she would love Bronner's. She just needs to come and visit. I've never been to Mackinac Island. Wendy, I've been to Mackinac City a million times. I don't know why I said Mackinac City a couple times. I'm just always used to Mackinac Island. Or is it called Mackinac City? I get that confused all the time. My grandparents have property about 30 minutes away. I've still never been there. Girl, you need to go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't remember a ton. I was in 7th grade, but I loved it. I thought it was really cool. I would like to go back and I feel like I would appreciate it so much more as an adult. But I know, like, you have to take the ferry. It is so heavily populated. They're having their Lilac Festival there this weekend right now. I follow all the stuff there. So, and then if you guys don't know, Michigan has cool stuff. So, Mackinac Island is an island between the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, and there are no motorized vehicles, well, cars on there. They do have snowmobiles, and they call them snow machines. They do have them in the winter, but there's no cars. You can ride bikes. They have horse-drawn carriages, or you can walk. It's a pretty small island, and it's only open to tourists and visitors in like spring to fall. but then they close up the whole island. They don't have like any shops open except like a grocery store. I followed a girl on TikTok. I love TikTok. I followed a girl on TikTok that actually lived on the island in the winter. There's not a lot that goes on, but even their mail system, like their mail carriers, deliver packages to locals with like horse-drawn carriages and stuff. Like, it's so cool. We were planning to go for our 10-year anniversary in a couple weeks, though. You better. Oh my gosh, I hope you get to go. I want to go back really bad. I'm just happy I get to go to Boyne Mountain for the first time this year because I've never been to Boyne. So I'm excited for that. You need to go. Mackinac is so special. And then watch Somewhere in Time. Okay, I was gonna bring this up, and I was like, nah, I don't need to bring it up. So Somewhere in Time was my cousin's favorite movie growing up. So being the spoiled girl she is, I can say that she's my cousin. Her parents, for her 16th birthday, had her birthday party at Mackinac Island in the Grand Hotel. So she got to stay at the Grand Hotel, which is this, I think the Grand Hotel has like the largest or one of the largest porches in America. Wow, Michigan's got some wild stuff. I love it here. But the Grand Hotel is like an iconic place, and she got to stay there because that's what she wanted for her 16th birthday. I mean, I got to have 4 friends come over and spend the night. I'll have to do that, Beverly. Yes. You need to. You have to. I'm propagating a string of dolphins from a cutting I found on the ground of Walmart. I have not seen any in person. I was going to buy some off of Etsy. Maybe I'll have to get some propagation plants from you. I had a lot of wine last night and slept like a baby. There's sometimes where a glass of wine like mellows me out so I can work on stuff and actually focus, and then sometimes it's like flips a switch and I'm out. We had a bonfire and Sweet Revenge wine. I love Sweet Revenge. We drink that a lot at family get-togethers. We're supposed to be going to Frankenmuth to the winery that makes the wine today. You are getting all over. I'm so jealous. Yes, we do like that. I know. I wish Matt wasn't so busy in the summer because we have a local winery around here that does wine slushies, and I've never had one, and I really want one. And I used to drink their wine because my mom would buy it for me. Shoot, I feel like I was in like the end of college or just starting like out of college. She would get it for me. And then, I mean, if we're going to talk about wineries, like, gosh dang it, I miss going up to Traverse City. Matt's family used to have a cabin in the Leelanau Peninsula. And so when we go up there, we would do like our own little wine tour and stop at all the places. And it's so pretty up there too. I'm 30-ish minutes from Frankenmuth, so that's halfway for both of us, I think. Oh my gosh, I did not realize it's like dead center. We should plan something. Preferably July. I don't know. Now my July is getting like we have 4th of July, which we're doing family stuff. I have a wedding in July. Where's summer going, guys? But we need to do we need to figure out something sometime, Wendy. It's Fort Mackinac and Mackinac for the island city, but Nac is a nickname for both too. I know one is said one way and one is said the other. And it's Mackinac Island, and then there's Mackinac. It is Mackinac City, but then Fort Mackinac. Am I saying that right? I don't know why. I feel like I used to know how to say it, and then somewhere it just like left my mind. I've had one of my old bosses he lived in Wisconsin. He's like, yeah, I really want to go to Mackinac Island. I'm like, that's not how you say it. And he's like, yeah, it's a C at the end. I'm like, it's Mackinac, like And he's like, no, that's not how you say it. I'm like, it's how you say it. Trust me. Oh, I didn't know it that the they closed the island in the winter. Yeah, like the fudge shops, all of like the local businesses, they shut down. There's a couple grocery stores and even like the postal system. I don't know if it's like daily delivery, but it's very limited because trying to get ferries to and from the main island to the mainland to the island is really hard unless it completely freezes, but the weather has been so crazy. Um, and then if they can travel by the lake, which I feel like they can or can't, most of the time it's like by that scared me. It was no big deal. Something just I knocked it over with my knee. That scared me. Um, yeah, they have to do it by snowmobile. So it's very limited. I think the only motorized vehicle is emergency ones. Oh, do they allow that now? I mean, that would make sense. But I know for Somewhere in Time, that was the only time they allowed a car on the island was to film that movie. Oh dang, I would love to stay at the Grand Hotel. I know, and she was 16. 16. It's not like a wedding or she's a lucky girl. I would love to stay there too. And there is like a dress code at the Grand Hotel. Like it's not like black tie or anything, but you do have to be like I don't think they allow jeans or something like that for you to eat there or something. I'm pretty sure I heard that. I feel like I read a fantasy mystery set on Mackinac Island, or at least based on it, but it's been a few years, so I may be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one. I know Christina said, oh yeah, there is a few cozy mysteries set in Michigan, and one series centers around Mackinac Island fudge, which totally like makes sense. I was actually having Traverse City cherry fudge ice cream yesterday. It's amazing. But yeah, isn't it Ashley Flower? The only reason I remember that name is because Ashley Flowers, the plural version, is a crime junkie host. But Ashley Flower writes cozy mysteries. You are still coming up this way in August, right? Yep. Dragon Gauntlet in August 17th. I'll be up there. 16th and 17th. I'll be up at Boyne. I'm so excited. I love how many Michiganders are here. Do you know the Sweet Revenge Winery is in Frankenmuth? We could meet there and do the wine tasting and Bronner's. They have a used bookstore with a cafe next door that sells super yummy beignets. Oh. So I did know that the Sweet Revenge is made in Frankenmuth. I did not know that there's a used bookstore and a cafe with beignets. I'm not surprised. I feel like I've only seen a tiny little bit of Frankenmuth. I used to go all the time for the dog bowl. And my mom and I would go every now and then, go to like the riverfront stores, but they changed so much. We totally need to do that. I need to do it though when Matt would be able to like go do something or I feel like Matt would need to drive because I'm a lightweight. Otherwise, maybe we'll just go to the Sweet Revenge and just like get stuff and then get beignets and like eat there instead. Because the only time I've ever gone and like wine tasting things, it's not when I'm driving because I am a lightweight. Yes, Mackinac City, Mackinac Island, and Fort Mackinac and the Straits of Mackinac. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, so Michigan, we have like a lot of weird names too because it's all based on indigenous people who have lived here, and so they've taken over a lot of those names. So pronunciation is a little bit different. Which, speaking of that, the Firekeeper's daughter is one that is like indigenous lore that I heard is like based around the tribes that were in Michigan. And I heard it was really good. And I've had the book for like a year and a half and I really need to read it. I also always loved we grew up with the Mackinac Island kids children's books on like how like Mackinac Islands, like the islands were made and kind of sad. The one with the bears. And Matt was like, we saw them at Barnes and Noble the other day, and Matt was like, "Yeah, like we used to have these books as a kid." I'm like, "Yeah, my aunt used to have a kids toy and bookstore, and she would get the authors to come in and sign them." So my mom has all those books. We went there every year for field trips in elementary and middle school. You're a little closer though. I only got to go for 7th grade, and I remember it, and I don't remember is it on the island that there's the butterfly house, or is that off island? We went to a butterfly house, and I just remember it being the most magical thing ever. I absolutely loved it, which I've been to Midland Dow, Garden, like Dow Gardens. It's in Midland, Michigan, but the butterfly house was closed. It was under construction, and it's open now. I really wanna go back. St. Julian Winery is the name of it, correct. I was missing I was like, "What is it called?" Yeah. Um, my family buys it by the case, and then we drink it at family occasions, but I have not been to the actual winery. I also like going to what we do like going to is we go to Slow Bones, which has amazing barbecue, and then we go to Thumb Brewery. We go to the brewing, or that's not Thumb Brewery. That's in the Thumb Frankenmuth Brewery when we're in Frankenmuth. And Zenders and Bavarian. And not sure who wrote the Fudge one, but Amanda Flower wrote a series near Traverse City, and the 4th book was at Cherry Festival. Yes, I remember you talking about that. Cozy mysteries aren't my favorite, but when it's around Michigan, I just love it. Frankenmuth has a mirror maze too, but after reading Haunting Adeline, I don't know if I can look at it the same. Did you go to that before you read that book? I feel like I remember you posting about a mirror maze. Maybe I was just stalking your Facebook. I don't remember. Firekeeper's Daughter was good, set in the UP. Okay, that's cool. That's where my family's cabin was. It was in my dad still has it. I have not been there since Tucker was a puppy, and Tucker passed at 15 last year. So it's been like 16 years since I've been there. But it was by the Iron Mountains or Porcupine Mountains. It's by Iron Mountain. Wakefield. It's a small little area. We were the last road with power. Fun times. New Jersey has a lot of indigenous names as well. Yeah, and it's like you either know how to say them or you don't. I love those picture books. There is one for almost every Michigan legend, Sleepy Bear. Yes. I was just, my mom has them, but I'm like, I would love to have them. I need to just have her give them to me because they're not always happy, but beautifully illustrated. And I just love the lore. Maybe that's why I like fantasy and, mythical and lore and legends and that now while I'm older is because we read that when I was younger. We were doing the butterfly house and I am bringing my camera. We're doing all the things now. Really, we need to just figure out a time or a day and time that works. I'm looking at my schedule like I would know right now what your schedule is. On the island is a butterfly house. Yeah, so that was one of the big things I remember, and the Grand Hotel and the fort. I guess I remember quite a bit. I don't know. It was 7th grade. We also went to like a water park hotel is where we stayed at. We're doing the carriage tour. I'm all about carriages. Yeah, Frankenmuth people that don't know, Frankenmuth also has carriages that go around town. That holds a special place in my heart, not only because I had like my grandpa always had like a horse and carriage, and that's how like I grew up, but also when I worked at the petting zoo, they had a horse and carriage, and I got to help out with all of that as well. I did go to the mirror maze before reading it. I made a TikTok with my niece in there doing the Elsa call sound. Okay, I was like, I'm remembering this from before. I have not read Haunting Adeline yet, but I've been wanting to so badly. Charlevoix is a fun one to hear people try to pronounce. I know Charlevoix. So actually, the event that they're doing the Starfall Ball ACOTAR theme is in Charlevoix, Michigan next year, which I don't think I've ever been to Charlevoix. When I was in 7th grade, we rode tandem bikes around the island. Oh, that would be so much fun. Unless I was with my husband, I feel like he would probably go really fast and I would hate it. I'm all about carriages. That could be a Bridgerton design on a shirt or something. Oh, if you guys haven't watched season 3, episode 4 of the Bridgerton series, you won't get that. But yeah, I have the Cinderella carriage there, the Cinderella carriage there. That's a whole new one. I have seen people with shirts now that say, Colin Bridgerton carriage rides. Like, we're all. Now I really do like carriages. You guys. I do really want. There's a carriage lounge fly bag. I'm not gonna be able to think about it the same way. I could not resist making the connection. I don't know how I didn't, so I appreciate it. Oh my. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. That's hilarious. Woo, my face. Oh my gosh, guys, I talked for a full hour. You guys aren't surprised. Especially if you were here last week for sprints, or it wasn't sprints, my live, where I was like, I'm going live for an hour. Proceeds to talk nonstop for 3 hours. Y'all. That was me in the mirror maze. You'll get it when you read Haunting Adeline. Oh, okay. I don't even own it. Honestly, I am getting like stressed out at how many books I have to read. And like I want to read them, but I'm like, oh, let's make a TBR. Oh, I have 15 books on my TBR. There's no possible way I'm going to do that. Like, unless I never want to do anything again, I just have no idea how I'm going to get through my TBR. And it's not a bad problem to have, but I'm having a hard time of like deciding what to read and when. But for people that were here to try to get stuff done, I apologize. Okay. Oh shoot, because now that was gonna be like our last sprint. It's not that I have to go, it's just that Matt actually has a day off and I would like to finish my lunch. So we'll do one more sprint. We'll do to quarter to. So we'll do like 40 minutes and then I'm gonna only try to talk for like 15 minutes and we'll just wrap up. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll go for a 45-minute sprint and then go from there. Hello. How did that sprint go for everybody? I ate a little bit more, and then I got the Valaris tumbler filled up, and I started this cactus and flower one. I decided to go with green. I was looking for a color that would be like a little brighter, but I didn't want to do just white. So I did kind of like this. It's actually called pea soup. Is this color. And then I mixed it with a little bit of succulent just so it was a little bit darker. And then I did Celestia, which just has like some pink and green like shimmer to it. So I figured like all that together would make it a little bit lighter. So that's what it looks like so far. And then I'll probably do like pink flowers and green cactus on it too. I don't know. I like it. I'm liking it so far. These are taking me a little bit longer than I expected, but it's also I'm trying to multitask. So, yeah, I forgot how much I love A Court of Mist and Fury. I mean, I didn't forget, but like I forgot so many little details in between big scenes. And like re-listening now, it's like, how did I not pick up on that the first time? But I'm really vibing with it. And yeah, so I might keep this one for myself. I should have put more glitter in it. I thought there was a lot, but there isn't. As a practice one, and I might do one that has like a little bit more like purpley blues in it, so it's not so dark. But I don't know. I kind of love that they'll be like one of a kind too. Wow. Apparently my math was way off when I did that timer too, because it is 2:53 here and not 1:45. my brain's gone today. I cannot figure out time to save my life. Okay, where did I leave off? Thank you, April. Yeah, it's coming along. I guess it's not exactly what I envisioned. But I also was not finding the glitters. I have so many like ultra fine glitters or mixed glitters that have ultra fine, and you don't want to use that because they'll clump up. So it's kind of nice because I'm using glitter I don't always use, and having fun mixing them. But I don't know. I love green. Like, well, teal is like green and blue, and I love teal. So I love greens and blues and everything, and especially like cactus and plant thingies. So I don't know. I'm liking the opalescent of it too. That one was more productive. Yay! Swapped laundry and started a second load and got a row of crochet done. Awesome. Great job, Beth. Great colors. Thank you. I wasn't sure at first. Oh my gosh. I need to like clean up this area. Apparently, like you'll get like a little drop that leaks out everywhere, and then I'm just feeling tacky. It's not even that bad. I've had much worse things, but now everything's like I have glitter sticking to me now. Such is my life. That looks really pretty. Thank you, Beth. Read about 4 chapters. Good job. Looks so cool. Thank you. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm worried that I'm worried that this first one is clumped at the bottom and I'm not going to be able to get it unclumped. So I'm worried about that. This one, I'm worried I didn't put enough glitter. So, maybe third time's the charm with this one. I am so picky when it comes to items I sell. And like sometimes people like completely overlook. They'll be like, "Oh no, I liked it." And I'm just like, "Nope. I didn't like it, so I won't sell it." Thanks for sprints in the chat today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Same to you guys. I am hitting the afternoon lull. Feel like I could take a nap. It wasn't supposed to rain today, but it's like raining now here and not super happy out. So maybe I'll take a break and I don't know, I need to work on these for a little bit, but I feel like I'm getting in a groove now and I can get a lot done. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Like I said, no sprints next Saturday, but then I'm hoping from Saturday after that, I'll be able to do them. I'm not sure yet about like 4th of July. I know that's a ways away, but 4th of July weekend, I don't know how that's going to play out because Matt will have the day off. Or I don't know how much time Matt has off. And if he has plenty of time off, we'll be at his mom's cabin. I always feel weird about stuff I make too. You always see the flaws in your own work. Oh, for sure. I struggle with it so much. I mean, but this is my sole income. I mean, I have TikTok shop where I get commission off of stuff, and I do Amazon affiliate, but that's not a lot. It's like $5 a month if I'm lucky. That's like a good month. So not going to quit my day job, which is making and selling stuff. So I'm just going to have to suck it up. And as long as it is functional and works, if someone likes it and they want to buy it, then that is all that matters. Worst case, cover the whole thing with your finger and invert the tumbler until everything moves. Yeah, that's what I was doing, but I was scared that because I had the plug in and I was trying to hit it, but then I was worried I was going to undo it. So I just need to rig up something that's going to make it a little bit more secure so I can tap it. And I might actually get my exercise gun to like really vibrate it because then it should break apart. I just don't want to accidentally let go of the plug and it all come out on me. Thank you for being here, Laura, and for all your comments and everybody trying to help me on TikTok. I don't know. I'm hitting that lull. It doesn't want to come up from it, but I really appreciate everyone trying. Sometimes it takes a couple days for TikTok to push it again. So we'll see. Thanks, Beverly. I got some stuff accomplished today. Thanks for sprints. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for today. Have a great weekend. Yes, everyone have a great weekend. Glitter bomb. Yeah. I mean, been there, done that, would prefer not to repeat it, but you know, this is my career. So, okay, guys, see you. I should have a video coming out on Tuesday. It's going to be a crafting video of what? I'm not sure yet. Was hoping for something. Now it might not be doing that, but it'll be a craft video. And then I should have my vlog coming out Friday. So there will still be content on YouTube. And I appreciate every like, comment, watch that you guys do. I really, really do appreciate it. Hopefully one day I can be monetized on here and that'll help too. But okay, guys, see you next time. Bye.